Hey, Shalom, Akim Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that is due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Kakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and Ruwell. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect who is in this gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, wherever they may be. The title, pretty much the title speaks for itself. Aliens. Apparitions or a complete psy-op, you be the one to tell. Based on this footage that's been going around of this alleged ship crash or a so-called UFO crashing in the backyard of these Israelites out there in Nevada. Okay, now one second. I looked at Salaki, I was looking at certain videos and stuff like that. I was looking at certain videos and just kind of seeing what brothers were speaking about, because I didn't actually see the actual footage itself, but I seen it like on a brother's channel, and it was basically showing these different color lights and like this back X. It was just like a bunch of folly, which I'm gonna look at the actual video itself later on, but I saw it on a brother's video while I was driving and listening to it, and kind of, you know, making a formation in my mind. And, you know, I was hearing brothers' points of view, and it makes a lot of sense, because for one thing, we know that angels and chariots don't crash. Okay, so let's just stop the folly right there. That's how we know that it wasn't the angels of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai that they were encountering, okay? Because the Israelites basically stated that they heard footsteps on the roofs, and they seen some signs in the backyard, and, you know, these particular creatures about 8 feet, you know what I'm saying, gray with big bug eyes. And we know stereotypically that's how they describe aliens and Independence Day and all these folk tales. They're gray, greenish creatures with big heads and black eyes. Okay, now the Bible does not describe angels or the righteous angels as looking as such, because every time an angel appeared to a man, for the most part, he appeared to him as a man of color. Beard, afro, braids, you know what I'm saying? Looking like a typical Israelite. Like when you go into the book of Acts, the 1st chapter, and you go into, I believe, the 8th verse, when it stated they was gazing up at the heavens as the Son of Man, which is Yahweh Shai. It says 2 men clothed in white. Okay, that's how we knew they were angels, but it says 2 men clothed in white. Okay, so the angels are described as looking like Israelite men, okay, or having the appearance of the Most High, because the Most High said, let us create man in our image. And if we are the angels, okay, that has fallen here to seek out a mission on the planet Earth, then our brothers are in similar fashion, but just in their more angelic state. Because according to Revelation 19, the angel specified that him and John were brothers, man. So that's how we know that there's similarities, but we're of this abode and they're of the spirit world, okay? So we know that that wasn't an angel. UFOs don't crash. That's bullshit. Now, this is what we've been knowing. Over years, before I came into the truth, I heard of something called Project Bluebeam. Before I came into the truth, I used to watch this program of the Church of God. Now, these were some Edomites, all right? And this shit was way off. But they made some interesting points, because they used to always go into prophecy about how World War III was going to be the end of all wars. So I kind of had an idea coming into being an Israelite on, you know, certain prophecies, though they wasn't all correct. But I had an idea on what the Israelites was talking about, because it resonated with me from what I've already studied. So they was going into the whole concept of the government faking a second coming of the Lord, which shows you that the typical which shows you that Esau, Edom of the government, they know, okay, they know the angels of the Heavenly Father. They know what vehicles they ride in. They know how these angels look. They don't understand the nature, so to speak, but they do understand, according to the Bible, this is the heavenly force of the angelic realm that the Most High has set to spy out the earth to see what the hell is going on, because we see chariots all the time, you know what I'm saying? But chariots don't crash. Like that whole Area 51 landing site, that's all folly. That's all psychobabble. And I don't believe none of that because, like I said, angels don't crash. Now, Project Bluebeam, yeah, could be. It could be Esau fucking with people because we understand that the narrative now about the aliens being the angels, or aliens or the UFOs being the vehicle that the angels travel around with, that they sift around the earth in, this could be his way to counteract what we're saying. Okay, this could be a way of him trying to debunk us because he has the technology to fake this shit. Okay, which Project Bluebeam, I believe they go up to like 70 or 80 something particular hertz of imaging. Like when you look at an IMAX screen, right? And this is a good analogy. You go to the movie theaters, they have what they call IMAX 3D laser. Okay, now if anybody's seen the recent Avatar movie, if you've seen it on IMAX 3D laser, it's like a appalling sight. It's like, wow, this shit is really real. So if they have that technology to put in movies and to come up with these different screens, because a LED or 4K TV are just basically different traces of light. It's basically different rays of light off a projection. Okay, and we understand that Esau have these particular projectors that he could create an imaging. It's easy for him to fake a alien invasion, man. It's nothing. Especially when he was mastered the technology. Like back in the day, years ago, people claimed that they seen ghost cities, meaning that they would be in a city, but across the ocean, they would see like a floating city. A lot of times that got to do with air vapors and particles and, you know what I'm saying, the way that the sun reflects light. And then in some cases, it could be like a hologram illusion, man. Because even Esau, he's figured out how to deal with holograms, optical illusions. Like now in these concerts, like if you want to go see an Eazy-E concert or a Tupac concert, he has a optic illusion of these deceased rappers that's actually on stage dancing and rapping and doing what they do, like they've never left. So it's not hard to fake a alien invasion. In fact, to deceive the people, because the scriptures say if it was very possible, he would deceive the very elect. Okay, but we understand and we're not ignorant of Satan's devices because we know the scriptures, man. Okay, 2 Corinthians 2:11 said, lest Satan get an advantage, we're not ignorant of his devices. So we understand that because we know angels can't crash. We know the divinity of the angels. We understand the chariots that they sift in. We understand the nature. Okay, so when one land in your backyard or a UFO crashes in your backyard, I fail to believe that's an angel, man. Because what I do know is that Esau Edom does have hovercrafts on the left-hand side to mimic Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's angelic force. Okay, we understand that he has a space force. We get that. Okay, and he's going to create some type of falsified battle to the point he's going to play hero again, to the point when shit start happening on the planet Earth, he needs something to shift the blame on. You see, so he can Project Bluebeam, or it can be an apparition, man. Okay, because believe it or not, the Lord said in the time of Egypt, when you go into Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 17, in Exodus the 10th chapter, in Psalms I believe 78, when it goes, he plagued them by sending evil angels among them. The Lord got some shit out here, man, to the point Yahweh Bashim Yahushai have angels out here on the left hand side that you see them, you can drop dead, man. Okay, and I know because I've seen apparitions. I've seen apparitions sit on my bed and look me in the face, and I've seen shit. You know what I'm saying? I've been having paralysis, which has gotten better now. Okay, and what inspired me to go into this, the elder brother Mawaltazar. He went through the same thing. He said that he's seen shit crawl on his bed, shit shake his bed, and hey, I got the same testimony. You know what I'm saying? I've been experiencing sleep paralysis since I was 3 years old. Okay, and lately it's gotten a lot better because my sleeping habits are a lot better. You know, and I pray a lot more, and you know, my stress levels are not what they were. But regardless of that, it was to a point in time, and brothers that know, I've done videos on it like every fucking month. Like I was to the point I was getting plagued with sleep apparitions and sleep paralysis. I was getting hit with that 3 or 4 times a week. You know, mainly if I'm not getting enough sleep, if I'm up at 4 o'clock in the morning, you know, demons, they fuck with me, they hold me down. You know, and I want to say out of the hundreds of thousands of times I done had episodes, I've probably seen something like 5 or 6 times, maybe 7. Not very many times, but when I did see shit, you know it was a demon. Okay, like the last account I can remember was probably about a month ago. I was dreaming, and I was dreaming of my mother, and we was talking, and all of a sudden I saw like these demonic hands. Like, you know how when you open a door, you try to stop a doorway and you see the fingers come in between? But I was laying in my bed, and then it was like a door Then I saw the hands like kind of creep around, and then all of a sudden it was this apparition just sitting on my bed just laughing at me. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, it just had a weird looking face. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? So I do know that the spirit realm is very real, and this could be an account of that. Okay, you know, demons and angels or whatever, because they stated that after that there's really no eyewitness accounts outside of the family. They said that these things vanish without a trace, and we know angels can do that, but even evil angels on the left hand side, I mean, that's very well possible. They could have seen an apparition. And I'm not surprised, because all the weird shit that this devil was doing, he started soaring back up. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about going into different parallel universes and you know, not Project Bluebeam, but the God particles, and extracting these particular energies from different realms. It's very possible, man. You know what I'm saying? And hey, shit, what is it? Wisdom of Solomon says that he sent evil angels among them and plagued them with strange apparitions. So that could have been an apparition as well. I won't be surprised, because I even specified, I said, look, things are going to start getting weird. We're going to start seeing shit. Hey, we're going to start seeing ships. We're going to start seeing demons. The Lord is going to prep us to go through this dark time of Jacob's trouble, because in Jacob's trouble, you're going to be dealing with all types of shit, man. Okay, it ain't going to just be all the chaotic and the folly and people killing each other. That's on the physical side, but what about the spiritual side? Okay, what about when the Lord literally merged the veil from the spirit world to this dimension, from the fourth to the third dimension? What about when the Lord do that? He did it in Egypt. Okay, the Lord did it. He said it in Wisdom of Solomon 17th chapter. It says that some of them died by fear because of these strange apparitions, man. And just the thought of what they were going through, the mental agony, was putting a lot of them, they was dying from fucking heart attacks, man. Okay, so we getting ready to see some strangeness here. You can feel it, you know. But another thing too that threw me for a loop, to show that Esau is probably playing games with this too, is because what are the chances that the Issacharite guy, or the family, one of the guys of the family, his name was Angel. His name was Angel, right? And what are the chances of that? You know, and we know angels are messengers, but what are the chances that the dude name was Angel, and all of a sudden these aliens landed up on his doorstep? I don't know if I'm buying it, you know. Me, just in my humble opinion, I'm gravitating towards more Esau Edom is fucking with people. Or again, in Wisdom of Solomon, it tell you that newly created beasts shooting lasers out of their eyes, man. Certain smells they got. And Lord's will, I'll get into that later. You know what I'm saying? Newly created creatures in these laboratories. Esau is down there playing Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It's a lot of strange shit going on. So Esau, it could have been something that he created, and he probably let it out of a fucking lab, man, because we're in them times. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see fucking humanoids looking like centipedes and particular humanoid figures, and Slender Man, like they got something which is called Sasquatch, which is another name for Bigfoot. They got eyewitness accounts of that. And then they got something which is called the Ozark Howler, which looks like a human slash cryptoid almost, man. He's kind of like a werewolf almost, but he's got like more like human abilities type shit. You know what I'm saying? And you got the Adventures of Mothman. Like, I get into a lot of that shit, man. I be watching a lot of them documentaries, and people be going around in these woods and they be filming, you know, different things in nature. And a lot of it is real interesting, man. And some of it you take with a grain of salt, but hey, the scriptures say that there's nothing impossible with the Lord, man. So we can't never root out Yahweh Shemi Hawaii and count them out, because we understand that Yahweh Shemi Hawaii is in control of everything, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, being mindful. But hey, Lord's will, I'll come back and do a follow-up to it, because I am kind of intrigued by that. You know, we in a time now that spirits are getting ready to be overly active. You may see the fucking dead pop back up and start walking around, which Yahushua did state that in the time of the great judgment, you are going to have those that is going to be raised from the dead for damnation, and those that's going to actually come back in their righteousness too, man. So, you know, hey, it's going to be a lot of shit happening out here. You know what I'm saying? It's time now. We ain't living in the natural world anymore. But anyway, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashimi Hawaii Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. And with that, Shalom and a Baba Shalom.